I want to save you $50. Because even when I was a criminal, my motto was always to make somebody's day. Some days it meant, me robbing you. But, I didn't make your day, but I made my day. But, that was basically it. So I helped him. But my intentions were pure. When he came back a year later, he was headlining. I was still an MC, and I was impressed with him even more. And I still didn't ask him. I didn't even know what to ask him. I would ask him a few questions about stand-up. I mean, what is this like? Shit like that. And then other comics I became friends with. When the Triple Run, I worked there for 2 years. 2 comics came in. That's 104 comics a year. That's 208 in 2 years I worked with. And I don't remember any of them past. And seriously, all those comics were headliners in 1991. And they were probably in their 40s. And they probably it's a Triple Run. So when you're a headliner, you're on a Triple Run, it's not that your career is on the way up. I don't mean to disrespect anybody. When you're a young guy and you're doing Triple Runs, your career is on the way up. But when you're an old guy like me doing Triple Runs, it's because your career is in the fucking toilet. So those guys that I worked with were probably moved on to something else. I'm not mad at them. I'm not saying anything bad about them. And that's why I stood. And I stayed on that path till whatever. I didn't open up for a comic ever till I got to L.A. I think Paul Rodriguez asked me to open for him. Rogan asked me a couple times. But when they asked me to open for them, yes, I wanted to make a good impression so they could continue taking me on the road. But I wasn't going to commit to just them taking me on the road. I was also going to do my work on the side, keep hustling work, and whatever work they had wasn't a cherry on the sundae. That's how I'm putting it. So I went to the Comedy Store after that, and yes, I became friends with Joe. Joe was on news radio. Again, I did not become his friend because he was on a TV show. I became his friend because we were comics working on the same fucking goals. He was a lot ahead of me, but that didn't change who my goals were. I still had to keep fucking working. And that's my story on that. For some reason, and guys, I help anybody who asks me for help comedically, and I'm very honest with them, and I'll tell them what's going on. But I saw this the last couple of years that I was in Los Angeles and the last couple of years that I was on tour. People were looking to get saved. That's a different story than help. Lee Syatt was always looking for help. He was not looking to be saved. Mike was looking for help. He was not looking to be saved. That's a big difference. I became friends with a lot of, when I was first started doing the church, I would talk to we had a Google messages, like Google page. I think Felicia set it up. Dog, I would wake up with 100 fucking messages a day. And I would answer every one of them. And 50 of them were stand-ups wanting advice. And I would answer every which one of them. But then I started noticing I was getting this one email from this one guy. And he was the best comic in the world. And, it was fucking mind-boggling, the shit I was reading. And I had like 10 of these guys that they were the best comics in the world. They were going to do this. They were going to do that. They were going to change the world with comedy. But they wanted my help. Like, I can't wait to get to L.A. to get on stage with you. Okay. I can't wait either. I can't wait to see you. I really can't. From all this shit you're telling me, I am fucking excited. I'm. And then they come to L.A. and listen, when I went to L.A. the first couple weeks, I went up to the store one night and I happened to know, I knew these people from before I got there. I knew Mencia. I knew James Stevens III. I knew Doug Stanhope. But I knew them from the road. They had seen me working. You follow me? They had seen me at different places. When I see you at fucking Dr. Quinn's in fucking Lansing, Michigan, and then I see you 3 months later and I'm in Miami, but you're working at Fort Lauderdale with a headliner I know. And then 3 months later, I'm in Tempe, and I'm at the Tempe Improv, and you're at the fucking Phoenix Improv, and we see each other at the airport. I could tell you're putting in the work. I didn't know what these other guys were doing. So they would come to LA, and then they would go, the first question was, Joey, can you get me into the Comedy Store? And I'm like, no. I mean, I don't even know you. How can I refer you if I don't know you? You're a fucking scumbag. Fuck you. You told me you would help. I didn't tell you anything. I just told you I can't wait to see you. And now you want to move in? You want me to fire Lee? I had people tell me, fire Lee. I want to move in, and I want to be a regular at the store. Just like that. I didn't know these people from the fucking road. I never bumped into them on the road. Or they call me and go, or they hit me with an email on Thursday and go, Joey, you're coming to fucking Kentucky this week. Can I feature for you? Again, I don't know you. Number one. Number two, I know Dean Delray. I know Lee Syatt. I know D'Agostino Zoida. I know the one girl that works at the Comedy Store with her husband who's a doorman, and she's the ticket girl at the store. And I know that they fight every week for fucking spots. And I know that D'Agostino's out 6, 7, 8 nights a week in L.A. I know Dean Delray is out 8 nights a week in L.A. And I know Lee's out at a fucking comedy place paying $5 a show, doing 3 shows a fucking night. You know, this is the fucking truth here. I know these guys. I know what they're doing. And I know they need rent money, even though they're working their ass off. So I'm sorry that I don't know you, Pete fucking Smith, and I can't give you a feature spot. And now you're mad at me, and you're going to tell everybody I'm a scumbag because I didn't fucking use you. But I used one of my friends that I know is working hard and I know is putting the time in. Unlike you, I had no idea what the fuck you're doing. You're just looking to get on stage, do good, and hopefully somebody brings you to Rogan, and you're... I wish it worked that way. I wish it worked that way. So for people to get fucking angry with me, like comics, young comics, like, he says this about comics, but he never helped us. Guys, we have our own circle to work with already. I have guys that I've known for 10 years that are doing the work in LA, and they are killing themselves. And they are taking planes to make $200 and lose money on a plane ticket. You know how many times I know for a fact Dean and D'Agostino were breaking even? Like they were going to they were going to lose $200 by featuring at your club. So instead, I give them money for a plane ticket. I give them an extra money because I know they're busting their fucking ass. So for you to go around spreading rumors that Uncle Joey never helped me with comedy, that's pretty fucking bad.